I'm Lloyd. I'm 36 years old, and I'm half Mexican.
I was born in California, but really raised in Detroit, and I'm a stationary engineer. A friend suggested at one time that I get a license plate that says half Mexican, and on that day I thought it was a good idea. The day it became obvious it may have been not a great idea was the first time I tried to cross the border back from Canada. And apparently a license plate that indicates you're half Mexican, coupled with climber's chalk that made to a border guard look like cocaine, it pretty much gets me stopped every time I cross the border. But I definitely get the inspection. Unless I bring a carload of white people, it seems to be easier. One of my biggest hobbies that I'm quite passionate about is rock climbing. Every chance I get, I like to come down here to the New River Gorge in West Virginia. The New River Gorge is just a beautiful playground that has some great climbing. So it's a lot of fun. Right now, I'm training specifically for an Ironman triathlon, which is a 2.4 mile swim, 112 mile bike ride, and a 26.2 mile marathon. And I've been training for the Ironman for 3 years. I didn't always do this. Not long ago, I literally would get out of breath getting off my couch and going to the fridge, or going up the few porch steps that I have to get into my house would make me out of breath. And I was terribly out of shape, 100 pounds heavier.
And in my case, it was really a self-imposed imprisonment on my couch with my bag of Oreos. And workouts can be tough, workouts can be painful even, but it's really a privilege to be able to do that. And I just appreciate those moments. It just reminds me that I'm not the person I was, who was too out of shape. I'd get grouchy if my kids wanted to play because it was like effort, it was work, it was very uncomfortable. Well, good morning. It is Tuesday morning, August 19th, 2008, and I just want to show you my typical breakfast. Even though I'm on the path, I don't have it in me to wake up early to make a good breakfast every day. And so this is one thing that probably is not ideal in my diet, but I haven't varied from it from the beginning, and things seem to be working for me so far.
I started a blog called bodybymcdonalds.com. On one hand, it's kind of a joke, but on the other hand, it's not a joke. To have lost 100 pounds, everyone that knows me thinks I must have cut out fast food, which I've always eaten a lot of. But quite to the contrary, I'm not sure that I could have accomplished what I have without the aid of fast food. I could go home and I could spend a couple hours cooking up a fantastic healthy meal, but then I'm not working out and I'm not getting in any exercise. So I choose to spend my time working out, and then I've learned how to find healthy options at fast food restaurants. So yes, I eat McDonald's pretty much every day, and I'm much healthier for it. Time is a big issue for me and many people. It's a great excuse that people will give why they don't have time to work out and to be healthy. And I was right there. And so without that, I may have dropped some pounds, but I wouldn't have achieved anything close to an athletic physique or lifestyle. Training, I've been mostly giving up my social life. Every day after work, I usually have to do 2 workouts, a swim and a bike, or a bike and a run. So I spend between 2 and 7 hours a day training. On the weekends, obviously, I have more time. Rock climbing, it's more of a combination of a physical and mental challenge. Every route's different. Every route's a puzzle for an individual, how they're best going to accomplish it. And I feel more like I'm becoming at one with nature, at one with the scenery. And whether it's an easy route or a harder route, it almost doesn't really matter. If you find your flow, I can have an absolute blast on what would be considered a route below my ability. Your belayers down there, you know that, but it's really just you and the rock. In my past life, I used to just find a scenic overlook and take pictures rather than being part of it.
Part of the great thing about rock climbing is not just the climbing and the activity, but the rock climbing community is just a really chill place with some of the greatest people I've ever met. I'm a person who's learned to appreciate being active, and I think a lot of people who aren't active are either afraid to start or they just haven't been where I have, where you're not able to be active. Finding a life without limits is just a wonderful place to be.